Today I'm going to show you some information I hope you find helpful in your study of the Christian doctrine regarding the Trinity to do with the number 3 and how it's used in triads, triples, and trinities. Some years ago, I came upon this article, which is still available at Wikipedia, and it's all about triple deities in the ancient world. So as you can see there were many triple goddesses all over the world, from India, Arabian Peninsula, modern-day Europe, but most importantly pertaining to this presentation, the ancient Near East, ancient Palestine or Judea. Dr. Marian Hillar, in his book From Logos to Trinity, says that the number 3 in the Egyptian tradition represents plurality. The source of the triadic representations was an idea of a natural family relationship, father, mother, and child, which developed into a variety of other triadic arrangements. The earliest triadic representations date to the 4th millennium BCE. Greek philosophy abounds in the concept of triads or 3 entities. The term was also used to describe various abstractions, for example, flesh, souls, spirit, and the sacred triad faith, hope, love. It goes back to Pythagoras and can be found in many cultures as representing groupings of 3 divinities. Tertullian was the first who coined the Latin term Trinitas for the description of the 3 divine entities in his doctrine of the Trinity. It was used for the first time in describing the Christian triad by Theophilus, Bishop of Antioch, around 180 AD. In one place, the word was used by Valentinus to describe the triple nature of man. By the way, Valentinus was a noted Gnostic teacher during this period. Dr. Hill goes on and says, the question arises, however, whether Tertullian developed this idea of a triune divinity by himself or was inspired by other sources. Tertullian shows in his writings enormous erudition and knowledge of cultures and literatures of his time, a familiarity with Egyptian religion and with mystery religions, Greek as well as Egyptian. So this idea of a 3-in-1 or triple deity is really a riddle wrapped in a mystery inside an enigma, as it was famously stated by Churchill. It's a concept that is wholly philosophical. When it comes to Christianity and Gnosticism, it inhabits almost a magical world of knowledge that can only be attained by certain individuals in very specialized circumstances as well. It's very experiential. So we have here the formation of Christian dogma. Trinitas was first adopted as a doctrinal terminus technicus in the period of the Church's controversy with Gnosticism. As a doctrinal concept, Trinitas was of Gnostic origin, one of a number of numerical concepts employed in Gnostic pleroma speculation. The Valentinian Gnostic had been, accordingly, so far as the existing sources permit us to know, the first Christian theologian to designate the Father, Son, and Spirit specifically as a trias. So Gnosticism sort of either fed from that or developed out of that. The point is that the concept of a Trinity, a 3-in-1 God, was very much accepted and in a way glorified by these so-called Gnostics like Valentinian and others. Christian doctrine says, how did the doctrine of the Trinity come to be formulated and why? What did it mean? Monotheism was the living heart of the religion of the Old Testament. It was and is the very marrow of Christian divinity. The systematic thought inevitably involved a further definition of monotheism, an elaboration of the unitary conception of the Godhead, not in terms of tritheism, but of triunity. Christian thought, working with the data of the New Testament and using Greek philosophy as its instrument, constructed the doctrine of the Trinity in unity. The popular view of the Trinity has often been a veiled tritheism, that is, a belief in 3 gods.